This is a presentation about conditional cash transfer programs or CCT programs. So let's get started with some definitions. CCT programs are social programs that consist of giving money to the poor in return for fulfilling specific behavioral conditions. The recipients of the payments are usually targeted groups within the poor population, and the nature of the conditions to be fulfilled are usually social, educational, or medical. The main purpose of these programs is reducing poverty, as well as strengthening human capital through improved living conditions.
Conditional cash transfer programs have a dual objective: immediate poverty reduction through transfers and long-term poverty reduction through investment in human capital. In order to efficiently achieve the first objective, there needs to be an accurate identification of the poor households in the given communities, which is a difficult task to accomplish. In order for this program to be effective and efficient, there would need to be a minimum level of transfer that will be sufficient to meet the opportunity cost of the change in behavior. Meeting the second objective would require filtering out the children that already have a likely chance of attending school and meeting other behavioral conditions without the cash transfer, as opposed to children who will attend school only because of the transfer. Also, when designing CCT programs, they need to determine the importance of the conditions which are required to achieve these two objectives. It is imperative that these two behavioral conditions are met from both sides in order for the CCT programs to be effective.
An example of a CCT program is Programa Bolsa Familia in Brazil. It began in 2003 and has since become the largest cash transfer program, reaching about 11.1 million families per year. Its three main objectives are to reduce poverty and inequality, to break the cycle of poverty, and to empower PBF beneficiaries. So, how does this program work? The federal government gives monthly cash payments to eligible families by charging up a debit card. Families need to meet various behavioral conditions in order to receive these payments, and if they do not, then the payments are cut off. The World Bank has reported that this program greatly reduced poverty, hunger, and inequality in the region. In general, CCD programs can have many benefits, but they can also be pretty risky compared to other types of transfers. Some benefits are that they have lower distribution costs compared to other kinds of transfers, they give households more freedom to choose what to spend money on, and they are unlikely to discourage production and trade. On the other hand, some risks are that they may cause prices to increase, the cash may be used in suboptimal ways, donors may be less willing to provide cash than other commodities, and cash is more prone to seizure than other commodities.
We can formulate CCT programs as LPs. For instance, given K households and N of I children in each household I, we generate a decision variable for each child that is equal to 1 if the child is schooled or 0 otherwise. The objective function would then be to maximize the total number of kids in school, and the two main constraints are that the sum of all transfers has to be less than or equal to the budget, and that all variables are binary. Finally, we can add constraints to implement specific targeting policies, as shown in this slide. To sum everything up, we explain how CCT programs can positively impact their target populations. However, designing such programs remains a challenge, but is also the key to their success. So we demonstrated how CCT programs can be formulated as LPs. Such implementations could be used on a much larger scale to make nationwide programs as efficient as possible.